We all love honey. Have you ever wondered how this sweet, healthy delicacy is made? And why is honey considered such a unique, beneficial product? Let's find out together. Let's have a look at the official source, namely the Council derivative of the 2110 EC on honey. According to the directive, honey is a naturally sweet substance produced by Apis mellifera honeybee from the nectar of plants, or the secretions of living parts of plants, or the secretions of insects sucking up live parts of plants collected by bees, processed by combining specific substances from bees, folded, dehydrated, collected, and left behind in honeycombs to mature. So to obtain honey, we need the Apis mellifera honeybee and plant nectar. During the honey harvesting season, the bees suck a small amount of nectar from the bottom of the flower with their proboscis. You might ask, what is nectar? I'm in a hurry to answer. Nectar is a sweetish liquid secreted by special glands located in the above-ground parts of plants. Nectar producers are honey plants that produce nectar only for a short flowering period until the flower buds form. Nectar is secreted by the penetration of juice into the ethmoid tubules of plants through the hair and in the form of a kind of osmotic deposit on the cells. The juice is a clear, mostly colorless liquid, slightly alkaline, and contains mainly sugars, which are formed by a complex process of photosynthesis involving sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and chlorophyll of the green parts of plants. The chemical reaction that is displayed to you is unique because it is the only chemical reaction in the living world where energy is added, not reduced. Here are the main features of nectar. The nectar contains water, monosaccharides, minerals, organic acids, enzymes, nitrogen, and phosphorus compounds, essential oils, carotene, and vitamins. The specific gravity of the nectar is 1 200ths and 1 3500ths. Dry residue 2300ths to 4500ths%. The pH is usually 2 7600ths to 6 4/10ths. More rarely 7 400ths to 9. Nectar varies in its composition depending on the type of plant it's extracted from. The total sugar content in nectar ranges from 3 to 80% and depends not only on the type of plant, but also on the climate, time of day, seasonality, air, humidity, and soil. The composition of nectar sugars of some plants can be seen in the table. An interesting fact is that when choosing a source, honeybees are guided not only by the composition of sugars in the nectar, but also by the amount of nectar and the concentration of sugar in it. The sweetest source is always preferred. Did you know that bees and humans perceive sweet substances differently? Experience has established that a 2% solution of cane sugar, which seems sweet to us, cannot be distinguished from pure water by bees. Bees do not react to artificial saccharin, which is 500 times sweeter to humans than sugar. They perceive only the following types of sugars as sweet: fructose, glucose, sucrose, maltose, and a few other sugars, while a person perceives as sweet, apart from those mentioned, more than 20 other sugars. Now, how many flowers does a bee have to visit to get 1 kilogram of honey? Well, it has to collect nectar from 7 to 19 million plant flowers. One bee visits up to several thousand flowers a day. That is why the bee is called the most hardworking creature on earth for a reason. But not only nectar is the basis of honey production by bees. Another such source for bees is honeydew. Drop this sugar-containing secretion of insects that live on plants and feed on their juices. It is found on leaves and needles where bees collect it with their proboscis like nectar. But what happens next to nectar after the bee collects it from the flower? After all, nectar is not honey yet. How is honey processed by bees? It's not that easy. Processing nectar begins as soon as you collect it. The fodder bee, by the way, there is a clear hierarchy and distribution of functions in the bee family, sucks nectar from the flower into the crop, during which it mixes with the secretion of the pharyngeal glands and produces enzymes. The most active of all enzymes is invertase, under the action of which the goiter of the feeding bees begins to split sucrose into simple substances easily digestible by living organisms, glucose and fructose. In addition, the bee transports nectar that has fallen onto the goiter to the hive, where it transfers the processed nectar to young bees. Further down the hive, the nectar is further processed into honey. Removal of excess water, nectar compaction. Purification of nectar from pollen in the process of multiple movements of nectar from the goiter to the outside and back. Sucrose inversion, making honey acidic, which serves as an additional and very strong means of preserving it. Acidic environment prevents the growth of putrefying bacteria and thus contributes to the preservation of honey. For comparison, nectar has a slightly acidic pH of 6.5, and ready-made honey is acidic on average 3 7/10 to 4 1/10. Due to this feature, honey has always been considered an excellent preservative. In ancient times, meat was kept in honey so that it wouldn't spoil. Sealing cells with mature honey, hermetic wax caps. Thanks to this episode, dear viewers, you can see how complex and time-consuming the honey production process is. In the process of honey maturation, a number of complex biochemical reactions take place. The effect of its good taste, aroma, vitamins, bactericides, and other substances that determine the value of this product. Honey is a real miracle of nature. Honey is a concentrate of sunlight that gives us energy and longevity.